my god, why is this light on? It's gonna ruin everything. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Chibichaz.
Hello?
Welcome back to another episode of Spooky Time Tuesday. So on this episode of Spooky Time Tuesday, I will be telling you guys a scary, true story that has happened to me a couple years ago. I was actually a child when it happened. I do want to just say this is completely true. I'm not making anything up.
Why would I make this up? I'm still scared to this day.
I have a fear of those like showers that are like barely visible. Like, you better put a curtain over that mug, because I swear to God. So I don't sadly have any proof, because this story happened when I was in like what, first grade. So I was 6, 7. I don't know how old you are in first grade, low-key. I think 6 or 7. I don't know. Okay, I was young. I was not double digits yet. Let's just put it at that. Okay, but this story happened in first grade, so I definitely did not have no iPhone. I definitely wasn't having a Snapchat. I did not have no Instagram. My first instinct wasn't to pull out my BlackBerry with my only camera feature and be like, so believe this story if you want to, but I know deep down, and I know me, but I know who I am inside, and I like it. I'm not like it, okay? Like, that did not sound right. Anyways, oh, why am I going berserk right now? Like, okay. Crackhead hours is hitting real fast. Back to what I was saying. So believe me if you want, when I tell this story, I really don't care. It is a very scary story, and this is about you getting spooked out anyway, so who wins? Probably not me, because maybe the story's not scary to you. I don't care. It's Spooky Time Tuesday. Let's get on with the story, period.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Why is there so much dust around my room? I'm trying to be scary. What's up? Maybe it's an orb. Maybe it followed me. Okay, don't say that, Chaz, because that is actually real. Okay, I'm kidding, oh my god, I'm kidding, stop it. I'm scaring myself. So like I said, this story happened way back when I was in first or second grade. It was actually during fall. What a coincidence. And I just remember at first and second grade, like I said in my Q&A, I had a boyfriend. And I just thought my young, not even double-digit heart was just in love with this boy, right? And if you know, you know, like, hi, if you're watching this, hello. I was in love with you at one point. I was this little though, so don't take it, don't, you slow down, okay? Feelings change every 7 years, and it's definitely been way longer than 7 years since that incident. Anyways, no hard feelings. I just remember that day, me and him were like talking a lot. And if you know how elementary school relationships are, you guys say hi to each other, and that's basically an I love you. You're blushing the whole way through school, and it's the best day ever just because this man said hi to you, okay? So me and him just had a really good conversation in class or whatever. We were talking, we were like, like I watched him play on the playground, okay? Like, I was really feeling my mans or whatever. So I got out of school at 3:30 that day, feeling all happy and giggity, giggity, giggity. I walked home after school, and I was just so happy about my day, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something sweet for my boyfriend. Because I'm such a sweet girlfriend or whatever, okay? I decided to find some crochet paper, find some crafting paper, and make him my own little DIY notebook thing, explaining all the ways and all the poems that I found on the laptop about love on these cards. Every single page was just roses are red, violets are blue, yada yada yada, bippity boppity boo. Okay, I don't know. It was something love related, okay? But I just remember the whole day, literally the whole day, you know, homework, I was doing this card. And I just remember my mom got home from work, and I'm not supposed to have a boyfriend. I mean, what 7, 8-year-old is supposed to have a boyfriend? Girl, you are still a child. What are you doing? I was really excited, but secretly, you know, doing my own love project. And I did it in a non-secret place though. I did it splat in the kitchen, and my mom cooks every time she gets home from work. So she came home and she started making dinner, and she was like, oh, what are you working on? And she saw all of the I love you, let's call him Minion. I love you, Minion. I love you so much, Minion. You're my world, Minion. Roses are red, violets are... Yeah, okay. She saw all of it. And I just remember my mom was like, what is this? You're not supposed to have a boyfriend. I don't know why you think that this 6, 7-year-old should be having a boyfriend. And I was just really, really sad. I was like, oh my God, Mom, that's my boyfriend. I'm just trying to be nice, okay? I was really sad, okay? I was real hurt. My heart was broken because she just threw away all my hard work that I've been working on. So I got super upset, and so I was like, whatever, Mom. At 6 years old, already acting like a teenager. You know me, quirky. But I just remember I was like, you know what? Since she threw away my stuff, I'm about to go cry in the shower, because that's what real G's do, period. You know how it is. I just remember storming up the stairs after that incident, and at this time I've been working on it since 3:30 all the way up until at least 8 p.m. at night. And so it was time for me to get in the shower anyways. I was like, you know what, this is the universe telling me to get in the shower because I stink. Okay, so I went upstairs, stumped upstairs should I say, and went into my bathroom. So at this time, me and my brother was only like, what, we're 3 years apart, so if I was 6 or 7, he was only like 9 or 10, you know, 11. So we shared a room with each other. I obviously had my own bed. We like stayed on opposite sides of the room, but our bathroom was inside of our room. So I remember just like shrugging him off and going into the bathroom to get ready to get in the shower. Well, I get in the shower and I'm in my feels. I'm in my Drake's feels. I'm really sad, you know. Drake's cry if you need to. That's how sad I was, okay? My heart was broken, okay? Just so sad. So I'm taking a shower, you know. Just washing my body. So sad. So sad. I'm washing my body. I'm minding my own business. And I have one of those showers that, like I said in the beginning, that I have a very fear of. It is one of those glass showers where it's blurred, but you can still see. You know, you can't fully see, but you can see. It's just like blurred. So I had a fear of darkness in the shower. I already had a fear before this freaking happened, and I still kind of do. Ratted myself out there. Jeez, Chaz. But I didn't like when the shower curtains make the shower dark. I don't know how people can take showers in the dark. Like, maybe I'm missing out on the hype, but I'm also scared of the dark sometimes. So, and when you gotta wash your face and close your eyes, and then you even open your eyes to blackness, don't know how y'all do it. Praises to you. Y'all keep doing you. Y'all brave souls. Mad respect. Anyways, so I didn't like putting our shower curtain over the thing. One, nobody was gonna walk in on me in the shower, and if they did, we had like a monkey themed bathroom, so our shower curtains were like dark brown and like, yeah, blue and green and monkey. So it was dark when you closed the curtain, and I really did not like that. So I like to push the curtain all the way back to where I can at least see the bathroom, see the light, and be comfortable in my space, you know? So as I'm getting ready to get out the shower, and I turn around, I see from my peripheral a figure. Like I said, people don't like walk in on me, and it looks like a human figure. So this figment was right near where I needed to grab my towel. Because usually I just grab it, dry myself off in the towel, walk off, grab my clothes, go back in the bathroom and change, right? Well, I couldn't do that. Like, yes, you are cold when you get out the shower, but I'd never been so cold out of the shower where I felt like if I breathed, I could see my breath. It was like the hairs on my body stood up and I immediately couldn't breathe. And it felt like I was stuck. It felt like I couldn't move. I just knew that the figment that was next to me wasn't giving me good vibes, and I honestly was extremely, extremely scared. I just remember telling myself, like, don't turn around. Don't turn. Don't turn. Because if you turn, it's gonna be something that you don't want to see. And I knew that if I yelled, I would have to face my brother seeing me naked, or my mom yelling at me, questioning me what the hell I'm yelling at, and you know, there'd be nothing there. As I start turning, I realize that this figment is a person, and a female. She was facing not towards me, she wasn't looking at me, she was facing straight ahead, staring at the door. But she had no face. She was just plain, like, she was almost like, if I could picture it, think of a geisha. How white geisha faces are, that's exactly what her skin color is, from her face all the way to her hands. And her hair was really long. It wasn't thick, it was just extremely long and black and straight. I didn't, you know, examine her. I didn't like check her out, you know, like, cause who do I look like checking a bitch with no face, and I'm checking this bitch out like, let's see, what do you look like? No. Okay, no. Her hair was probably long enough to reach her heels or her feet. She had a purple velvet, you know, silk robe on, and that's it. And I just remember seeing her and forgetting how to breathe. Legit, like, I couldn't understand what I was seeing. And it obviously wasn't something of a figment of my imagination, because I stared long enough that if I could, it could turn and look at me. Like I said, we had one of those doors, and they weren't like opening doors, they were sliding doors, and there's two ways you could get out. You could either get out the way of the faucet, or get out how, you know, where old girl was just posted up waiting for me at the door, okay? I immediately panicked. I couldn't breathe, and my only instinct at that moment was to get out of that bathroom. That's exactly what I did. I opened up the sliding door, went into our bottom cabinet where we had extra towels, grabbed one of those, rolled it on my body, and sprinted out of my room and slammed the bathroom door. I just remember my brother looking at me, and he's like, Jasmine, like, are you okay? Like, what's up? And I just couldn't talk. I was like hyperventilating. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't know what to do. My only instinct at that moment was to get dressed and get out of this area as fast as you can. I put on some random clothes as my PJs and sprinted downstairs and sat on my stairs and just stared at the wall. I stared at the wall for a good like 5 minutes. I was just trying to fully comprehend and understand if what I saw was real and if it was going to hurt me. My mom then walked over to me, and she was just like, Jasmine, like, what's wrong? How my mom described me was my lips were extremely purple and I was crying. And I honestly don't remember myself crying. I just remember me staring at the wall trying to comprehend what was going on. I was in shock though. So I probably was crying, you know. And she just said I was like, tears were streaming down my face and my lips were purple, and I was breathing like, you know. And she was just like, Jasmine, what's wrong? Who, like, did Ramon hurt you? Like, what happened? At that time, my mom had a boyfriend and he had a daughter. We're just gonna call her Marie. She was the same age as my brother at the time, so Ramon and her, you know, were the older ones and I was the youngest. She only came over some nights to spend the night. My mom was getting us ready for bed, picking out my outfit for the next day, and I just kind of pulled her aside and pulled everyone aside and told them what I saw. And my mom was like, now are you sure you saw this? You're not lying to me, you know, I don't want you to lie, like, don't lie about these things. And I was just like, why? Like I say to this day, why would I ever lie about something like this? Like, this is something that I don't want to happen to me, so why would I even put that into the universe? So I told her, like, no mom, this is for real, like, please, what do we do? I don't want her coming after me. I don't know what she wants from me. I don't know who she is. My brother and my mom, they all just kind of got scared, and they were like, okay, well, we're gonna pray. So my mom prayed over the house, and she basically just said, like, if there's anything in this house, you know, you're not welcome here. This is my house. You know, just being stern with her words, basically telling it to leave because it is not welcome in this, you know, in this environment. After that, you know, I was like, okay, she said a prayer. Everything is okay. Well, that night, I was too scared, so I ended up sleeping with my mom's boyfriend's daughter. We just slept in the same bed with each other. That next morning, me and wake up at the exact same time. My brother's already up playing his game, but when I say me and her woke up at the exact same time, we woke up at the exact same time. And I just remember I woke up and I looked over at her and she looked over at me. And I just remember telling her, like, did you have a weird dream last night? She was like, yeah, it was really creepy. And I was like, me too. I had a dream of legit all night, and it seemed like the night went by in a split second. It didn't, you know how dreams, like, you dream, you know, or whatever. No, this went by like I blinked and opened my eyes. So my dream was just of a white room, legit white. It wasn't, you know, shadowed like a box. It was just pure white, a pure white room. And in the middle, sitting in the room, was the girl that I had seen. She was sitting, you know, not crisscrossed applesauce, like on her knees kind of, but, you know, slouched and spread. I immediately knew it was her because she had her head down and her hair was thin, wet, you know, and long, and she was as white as the background, and she had the robe, and she was just sitting there. She didn't speak, she didn't look up, she was just sitting there. I remember this dream, and I mean, it's a really, you know, basic, bland dream, but it's something that I still remember to this day, and I have a constant fear if I will ever have to revisit that or see her again. And that gives me goosebumps, and it's honestly scaring me right now. Ugh. But that is something that I think of, and that's something that I honestly fear of. Luckily, I know how to protect myself from spirits or whatever, or all that jazz, you know. But I told Marie my dream, and her mouth was just dropped open. She took a deep breath, and her eyes got teary. And I was like, what's wrong? And she was like, I had the exact same dream. I didn't know what to do. I honestly didn't know if I should go back and tell my mom. Like, it didn't work. Like, you know, it didn't work. We had the exact same dream. It's to the point where obviously she was trying to visit us through our dreams. And the thing that's really scary about this whole situation, after that night and after that day, I never seen her again. And I mean, I don't want to see her again, you know. I don't know if that was her way of saying goodbye or if it was a see you later. I always think of that day. Always. It's always my first paranormal story where I'm like, listen here, I got something for y'all, because it's honestly something that scares me to this day. And if I were to be scared of something, I am deathly scared of, like, The Grudge. I have a really huge fear over that because I actually had to experience it. I will never watch The Ring. I've never watched The Ring. I've never watched, you know, The Grudge. I don't want to, because I feel like I already had experienced it. You know, even if it was just for one day or 2 days, kind of. I know what I saw, I know what I dreamt, because I still think of it and I can still see her and put myself right back in that position to this day. As a child, I was very vulnerable of seeing spirits, and I do remember seeing them. I lived in a very haunted condo. If you guys want to hear that story, that one had at least 6 ghosts in it, and they all love to play with Chaz. Love that for me. But if you guys want to hear that, let me know. Just let me know, and I got you. That's basically the scary story that I have for you. I know I'm pretty comedic at times, and I probably wasn't that scary. Telling these stories, I like to just joke around a little bit, just because they do scare me, because it is something that I still have to deal with due to me still being able to see supernatural, like, you know, paranormal things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please give it a like, subscribe, and comment down below any other videos you'd like to see from me. I'll be sure to take them in. Guys, we are so close to 500 subscribers. We are legit halfway there. I legit thought I would never get as much support as I do on my videos, and I just thank you guys for that. Like, honestly, thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Did I scare you down though? Wah 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 wah, she give me what I wanna. Okay, I'm sorry. Love you. Peace.